I'd like to make an apology to those of my viewers who feel I am unresponsive to their messages to me. That feeling of rejection one can feel when one reaches out with communication to somebody in the hope of some connection, only to receive a resounding silence in return. Well, it can be a dispiriting and depressing feeling. I'm all too familiar with this feeling. I experience it here on this platform myself pretty much daily. I make video after video about the simplest truths of reality that our global human culture seeks to deny and suppress. And day after day, I get little to no response from you guys. Now, how many of you hearing me say this are saying to your screen right now, "What do you mean I make no response? You never reply to any of my messages." How many of you are saying something like that? Because there's something I need you to know. I don't receive your messages. When you post a comment under one of my videos trying to engage me in discussion, and you can see your message sitting there on your own screen and just flat out being ignored by me, it's because that message you see so clearly on your screen is not showing up on my screen at all. That's why it seems like I'm ignoring you. The screen recording you are watching now shows me taking a look at the contents pages of both my channels. I'd like you to pay attention to the number of comments that show as being received for each video. And I'd like you to compare what is shown here with your own experience of leaving comments for me. I'd also like you to check that all of the videos shown here are even visible to you if you visit my channels directly. I may possibly be the most suppressed content creator on YouTube. I would very much appreciate it if you would make a screen recording of you viewing the comments that you yourself have left for me, as well as viewing what videos of mine are visible to you at all. I posted a video on my website this morning titled "More on My Work Being Suppressed." I would very much appreciate it if you would make a screen recording of you going to my site and clicking on this video. It's at the top of the home page. And seeing if that link is even working. It works for me if I click on it myself. But does it work for you? I'd really appreciate it if you would check this for me, please. I'd also be very curious to know how many of the colour tiles on that main page work for you. Each coloured tile there leads to a piece of my work. They all work for me. How many of them work for you? Even if this is the first time you have ever seen one of my videos, I'd really like to know what is visible and functioning for you compared to what is visible and functioning for me. Okay, thank you. So, what then, after you have done this? Shall you email your screen recordings to me? There's no point. I won't receive them. The suppression of my work extends beyond the boundaries of YouTube. Just as I don't get to see most of your comments, so too are there many emails I don't get to receive. What I'd like you to do with your screen recording is upload it yourself to YouTube and give it a specific title so that I and the rest of us may search for it and find it easily. In this way, we can all compare what each of us is able to see and not see, what works for us and what doesn't work for us. You can also, if you like, include with your screen recording anything you'd like to say to me. It would be so nice for me to get to see and hear some of your messages for a change. The specific title I'd like us to use for these videos is Funny Pets -Yanto. And the thumbnail of the video should be a picture of a dog or cat or some other pet. I promise you guys, I'm not ignoring any of you. I'm really not. It's a horrible feeling to be made to feel invisible. And we are being made to feel invisible to each other. We are being made to feel invisible to each other. And then each of us thinks it must be something about us personally. It's fucking heartbreaking. My heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you. Whether you actively take part in this or not. Even though I can't always see you, can't always hear you, you are not invisible to me. I can feel you. I know you're there. And I'm so glad of it.